Okay. So, last week you guys sailed down the river rapids through the eastern wilds of Thylea. You encountered a friendly octopus who was perhaps a little too friendly. Enjoying some river rafting, you eventually parked your raft and then flew/climb/dramatically fell down the waterfall cliffs that lead to the underworld. Scouting the area, you found a patch of lakeside beach that is far enough away from the entrance to the underworld that you feel confident nothing's gonna come out and grab you. But it is an awkward scene to look out over this mostly tranquil lake and then see that it just sort of falls off into a great roaring abyss. So that's pretty interesting. There are rules here for if you fall into the abyss. I would recommend not doing it. Yeah. So now you guys are on the beach. Everyone's pretty beat up. Everyone's pretty tired. That river rafting journey actually took like 2 days. We only highlighted the octopus fight because it was the only interesting thing that occurred. Because honestly, having done some river rafting, I guess it's kind of fun, but there's no octopus. So, but now you're here. And you have camp set up, and you are recuperating as the sun will slowly but surely kind of head towards the horizon, and night will fall. So, I have dragged the main characters out. If you have a hankering for your Pokemans, you could drag them out onto the map. But I did not drag them out by default, so... All right, and I guess we're good to go. So just take it away. What's the plan? What's the word? What will you do next?
Sleep.
Okay. All right. Now, generally, ghosts come out at night. Is the lore, Hypatia. So if you if everything you've ever learned about spooky stuff in school is true, then you guys would be it would be beneficial to rest up now rather than later. All right.
Probably be a good idea.
Yes, I will inform the others thusly.
Okay. I will go grab a bullbug. He seems to have gotten lost. So.
Sure, we could all do with a bit of rest after that.
Oh, there it is. Alrighty. So we got that. This. Yeah, I think that's all. Oh, this guy. Okay. Team NPC reassembles. Good. All right. Kyra, who has been fluctuating between low energy, normal energy, that sort of thing. She seems to be in high spirits. The journey almost finished. She quickly sets up tents for you almost at supernatural speeds, and begins to cook for you a fine meal that you can enjoy. Nothing magical about it, but a hearty and filling meal of fish and essentially vegetables, fruit for dessert. Nothing crazy, like a healthy meal, like that you need before you go to do some sports or something. So, as she is preparing that, and you guys are preparing to sleep, do you have any other preparations you want to make? I will tell you that once night falls, it's going to get pretty crazy. I mean, you are camping next to the entrance to the underworld, so...
So we're long resting before night, right?
Correct. That would be the most advantageous course of action.
Okay.
Yeah, Phil's just kind of overeating like a lot, so he's just so
Okay.
full to fall asleep.
Nice.
I mean, if anybody wants, after, well, even during the long rest, I can throw one of those up for us so that we have some semblance of safety from ghosts and stuff.
I mean, we can't all fit in it.
10-foot
We have
radius?
so many NPCs.
That's so true.
I
You
mean,
need to
out
get
of
this in the ritual book.
out of solidarity, you could not go in. There are these purple tents that have proven time and again to protect people from harm. That
Weren't they completely trampled in an encounter with?
Only a few of them were.
There's an
They do all-
infinite number.
They do all have slight defects. I just hope I don't get the sticky tent again.
You sure that's one that just hasn't been laundered after one of your Centaurgies?
Well, there is one tent that has one melted gummy bear that nobody could get out of it. And in the middle of the night, ants always come for the gummy bear. Tiny black ants, but they still bite you. Yeah. And they crawl in your nose. Yeah, so that's one of the least favorite purple tents for sure.
Totally not selling me on the purple tent tonight. I would love to show my solidarity with Kira, but I'm gonna hang out in Michos's embrace.
Okay. All right. So, night settles in. You guys go to bed kind of early. As well-trained heroes, unless you say otherwise for character development purposes, you get your 6 military hours of sleep and gain the benefits of a long rest, assuming, of course, the 2 hours of psychological maintenance, like, meditations, prepping your spells, that kind of stuff that's included with resting. During that time, Bullbug volunteers to be on watch. He does not have dark vision, nor does he have training in perception. But he is desperate to repay the kindness that you guys have done to him by proving that he is better than all of you at everything that you could do. So, with tremendous boast of his watchfulness and just his overall greatness, Bullbug begins a slow and steady circuit of the campsite. Eventually, the thunder of his stomping hooves, and then he does some, he saw Reset doing some training, so he's going to try to be a better monk than Reset, so he does do this thing where he jumps from these rocks, so you hear his hooves kind of clanking down on these boulders. He only falls in the lake like once or twice. Eventually, the noisy patrols of Bullbug almost become sort of a white noise machine that sort of lulls everybody to sleep. All right.
Talos will do his usual awake, but not moving.
Okay.
Rest for his aid.
And knowing that you are assisting, the others, well, at least the NPCs, feel more confident in Bullbug's ability to watch the camp, and they do, in fact, decide to crash. So, all right. Eventually, you awaken, and it is late at night. It is dark. There is a moon out, but it feels dimmer than usual. As you sort of prepare to start looking for the ship, your search ends quite quickly. You hear a slurping, sort of like sucking sound, as if water going down a drain. Something is happening in the lake. Does anybody go to investigate?
Talus will go over.
Take a look with Talus.
All right. As you do, you see an actual whirlpool that has formed and is winding its way up out of the water in reverse. So instead of like the motion sort of pulling something down, it is sort of escalator spiraling out from the water. You watch as first the prow and draconic figurehead of a ship appear, and then more and more of a massive, help me out here, trireme? Is that, am I close? Greek ship?
Trireme?
Trireme? Okay.
Trireme.
Right.
All right. You guys can just make it up words now. Hold on.
With an R.
Trireme. Is that what you're saying? Those are the words you're saying?
Trireme. Like 3.
Trireme. Okay, got it. Like you're reaming a butt 3 times.
Yeah, let's try. Yeah.
All right, got it.
Or trying to, at least.
Hey. All right, trireme. Got it. All right, you see a massive Greek trireme. In real life history, obviously, they would have never been able to craft one of this size and scope. It is a massive ship. As it crests the water, you do not see any crew, but you do see the 100-ish oars, 50 to a side, question mark. It's hard to count them from this distance, rowing furiously to have this ship climb up and out of the whirlpool. With a tremendous heave, the front of the ship rises up and then slams down into the lake. The ship buoys back and forth, rocking precariously side to side, but you can tell with the craftsmanship of this vessel, it was never in any danger of capsizing. The oars begin moving again, rhythmically, and you can hear the faint sound of a drum that beats almost like a heart inside the ship. It begins to make its way towards the shore. The ship pulls in to the natural inlet formed by the beach.
Damn, that looks impressive.
The ship itself definitely has a Davy Jones feel to it, just stained with seaweed, algae, and decay. It is certainly does not look like it should be a seaworthy vessel, but at the same time, the immense size and solid build of it are proof that it is still able to best anything the ocean could throw at it. You see a single mast rising up from the center of the ship, over 100 feet tall.
I'm gonna go to the campfire and I'm gonna grab like a log, like a torch, and I'm gonna come to the side here and I'm gonna just chuck it over the ship, like aiming to like get it on the other side, just so I can get like a lighted view of the boat.
Sure. Hold on.
Wait. I'm gonna
What's he
stop
doing?
him for a second.
He's throwing something at
I'm gonna
Okay.
kind of put my hands out for him to stop, and I'm going to Eyes of Night everybody. So
And I
they can do the super dark vision.
Okay.
and I realize my torch is meaningless and I throw it back in the fire.
Let's see. I think it would be held back by the restrictions of an improvised thrown weapon of 5e. So it would probably have either hit the side of the boat or unimpressively splooshed into the water. So in a way, you were saved face there.
Well,
so.
we'll never know. In my mind, I would have manned it.
All right, so does the button work to turn on dark vision? I believe
Yes, it does.
Okay, cool.
It's amazing.
All right, good. Well, you have super dark vision, so
Yeah.
okay. All right. So as you guys are watching the ship, you hear footsteps and murmurs, but see nothing. And then there is the chankety 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 sound of a gangplank being let down. With a resounding crunch, it hits the gravelly beach.
Do we want to go down on that side, or what is anybody thinking?
Think they
I'm
want us to
hiding
get
behind
aboard.
Bulldog.
Okay. Bulldog sees that you're hiding behind him, and this validates his size and strength. And he says, "Don't worry, Bulldog will protect you better than anyone else."
I'll kind of just like fly over and like just try and peer into the ship. Do I see like any creatures or beings?
You see nothing. The ship is abandoned.
How far of a jump is this?
From where you guys are, that's about a 10-foot drop. You could go down to the beach and just sort of, slosh through the surf to get over there if you wanted to, if you didn't want to just climb down. But, I mean, you guys aren't in combat. If you take your time, you should be able to climb/slide down a ledge.
Yeah, I'll do that. I will keep Talus and Phil physically between me and the ship, but I will be down there.
All right.
I think we're.
Do you see anything,
Phil?
Phil?
No, I see nothing. It's empty. I think we're supposed to go aboard.
But maybe we should ask permission first? I don't know.
Hey! Can we come aboard? I
Now
don't
hiding
think there's
behind this
anyone on
rock.
the boat.
Your voice just sort of echoes out over the lake, which no longer has a whirlpool in it. But you do hear, far across the lake, the very low roaring of the falls that descend into the underworld.
I mean, we remember that. We all had the same vision, right? There's a bunch of dead aboard. I'm not afraid of them, so I'll press forward if everyone's ready.
Okay. The wood of the massive gangplanks is slick with like ocean plant life, saturation. It is firm, but also sort of damp and pliant at the same time. Kind of squelches beneath your feet as you begin to walk up it.
I'm gonna say Skilla's gonna fly up next to Phil and squeak at him in a way that suggests that he is going to go explore.
Right, yeah, I'll have Skilla's back, but I'll let Skilla do his thing.
Okay. I'm gonna Reset helped me down, so I'm gonna pop a squat and do my looking through Skilla thing.
Okay. Astraeus, as you watch Talus and Philippocles walking up the gangplank, every time they lift their feet, they leave behind bloody footprints.
I'll kind of wordlessly turn to Reset, Anna, and Hypatia, and I'll gesture to the gang, to their footprints, with a look of concern on my face, but then I'll just kind of like give a weary sigh and shrug, and I will go to follow. I am definitely going to look after a few steps to see if mine are doing the same.
Okay. Skilla, if you'd like to start flying around real quick, or I could just give you the quick play-by-play if you'd like.
I didn't know if there was like a door there or if I'm just flying around here.
So there is just the top deck. No rail guards. The people of Thylea don't go in for safety. So there's no rail guards or anything. There is stairs that lead down below the hold, and there are stairs that lead up to an elevated platform where there is, dare I say, a throne-like seat, more than likely where the captain would sit. Near the front of the ship is an anchor, which we all know by now is for chumps, but it is there nonetheless. The mast itself, the sails are currently furled, so they're all wrapped up nice and neat. Generally, a ship like this would only drop the big old sail if it was going to be benefiting from it. Otherwise, it would just slow down the rowers.
And no people, nothing suspiciously moving that shouldn't be moving.
Go ahead and give me a perception check, either through Skilla or your senses.
I think mine is slightly better. Oof.
Mm-hmm. You hear the same thing that everyone else hears. The occasional rustle of clothing, the occasional pitter-patter of medium-sized footsteps, but you see nothing.
I'm gonna turn and look at Kyra and see if she's got like mischievous face on, concerned face on, bored face on, sleepy face on.
Let me roll a skill check then. A secret skill check. One of the great things about Foundry is there's all different ways that you can roll honest or secret rolls, and there's a function for every secret roll that you just click a button and it says show the roll. So if anybody's like bullshit, they just crit 17 times. You could be like, nope, there it is. James was DMing. So yeah. Oh man, that guy's a beast. Okay. Wow. What do you want to see on her face when you look at her face?
So I had a momentary flight of fancy of a prank / joke I can do, and I am because Astreus is a serious person. He's assuming that because he's been in proximity with Kyra for so long that her aspect of divinity is rubbing off on him and her personality. So I'm checking to see if she's like looking all mischievous.
Well, when you look over at her, she is comforting and inspiring the NPC team. These people are not in your weight class. And despite all of his boasting, Bullbug is also not in your weight class. They are absolutely terrified. So she is trying to use her charm, her presence to sort of calm them and convince them that this needs to be done.
Okay, that will settle me and make me refocus on the task at hand with more single-mindedness as opposed to prank thoughts.
I guess Phila will.
I was gonna totally push Phil into the water.
But she does, when you look over, when she feels you looking at her and she looks over at you, she looks confident and unafraid.
That's good. So I will just like put a reassuring hand on Phil's shoulder.
I guess I will send Skilla below decks.
Into the water?
No.
I'd love to see you try. Phil's gonna kind of look back at Astreus when he like puts the hand on him on his shoulder, and he's be like, "This ship like seems kind of cursed. Can you remove the curse of a ship?"
Oh man, your hack DM, he forgot to like dynamically light the mast. Here we go. Ah, there, perfect. Chef's kiss. Okay, that changes everything.
I don't rightly know. I've never attempted, but
I could ask the Mimir. She knows a lot about stuff like this.
kind of nod, like. I mean, technically it works on an object, but I've never attempted to cast such magic on an object the size of a ship.
I'm gonna pull out my Mimir,
Not an object.
and I'm gonna show her the blood, the bloody footprints, and the weird ship, and I'm gonna ask her like, "The ship cursed, can this be cleansed somehow?"
Okay. The Mimir, who has been feeling neglected, plays slightly coy and says,
Oh, Muscles. You finally come around and remember poor Helica's here for you. Oh, hell. You, are confused about bloody footprints on a spooky ship. Is that my understanding of your question?
Yeah, I mean, what do you know of this ship? Is it cursed? Maybe. This is why I don't pull out a lot.
Is cursed.
and the way she says it, all the letters in the word curse are capitalized. I guess even the D is capitalized. And she says,
You came here without knowing what was in store?
I mean, I had suspicions. I guess I should have asked you sooner, and I apologize, Helica.
Esther and his crew were cursed by Lutheria to never die. They are bound to the ship and sail it for all eternity.
I thought such stories were just that. Why would Lutheria keep alive one of her chief adversaries, even if it was?
With a hag-like laugh, the skull says,
Spoken like a soft-souled fool. One of the greatest punishments one could deliver upon their enemies is to keep them as a pet. Isn't that right, Muscles?
I see. Thank you. Yeah, so I guess Esther's still on board. You think he would treat us as an enemy at this point? I mean, probably a little sick of sailing this boat. We could offer to try and help him.
Wasn't he the
We share
crazy
common
violent one?
enemies.
Esther was the one who killed the Dryad's sister.
Yeah, I
Tree?
thought he was the crazy one.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't know him as well. He was not quite a senior among our ranks when I was around, but even then he had a reputation for a mean streak, and everything I've heard of him since returning from the Oracle, I would highly suggest we prepare for him as an enemy unless he shows otherwise.
Alright, I'm gonna drop this anchor then, so he doesn't steer us into the underworld.
Ooh, good call. I'm gonna step up closer to Talus so just proximity support.
Talos will look at Estrellas, nod, then take a step onto the boat.
Okay.
We're in like really shallow waters, so like I'm not gonna just throw the anchor into the empty beach. I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna fly over to these rocks, and I'm gonna wedge it into these rocks.
As you go to grab the anchor, your hands pass through it as if it was a ghost.
That's really good.
This is a facade. This is not an anchor.
This doesn't usually happen to me. Whenever I
Just got
Dallas,
bit.
you can hear a sad humming in a feminine sort of tone or voice emanating from the mast.
I'll approach it and actually touch it with the arm that has the growing little tree ant on it.
Okay. All right. As you approach and reach out, you see a ghostly green hand reach out for yours. Do you pull away?
No.
Okay. It delicately and gingerly touches your outstretched sprout, and you see the sprout sort of react positively to the contact and sort of bolster a bit.
And I'll say aloud an apology for the sacrifice that was made.
Okay. The hand lingers for a moment and then slowly withdraws into the mast. The sad humming continues.
Is the
All right.
humming audible to any of the rest of us, or is it something only Talus is hearing?
Once you kind of look to Talus, and I mean, you guys see if you were nearby, so you would have seen the ghostly hand kind of reach out and touch him, and then kind of withdraw.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel her spirit trapped in there.
All right. Kyra turns to the NPCs, and she's like, "We got to do this. Let's go. You don't want to get left behind."
I'll offer a prayer, just for the soul of the dryad trapped inside.
Okay.
And kind of reach out to Talus while I do so, to kind of include him in the prayer.
All right. Reset, as you set foot on the ship, you see the fully formed apparition walk out of the mast, and her eyes lock upon you.
She's just gonna stare back and kind of a sad look, but she's not gonna. She
It's
doesn't
kind of this situation. In the common tongue of the settlers of the land, the ghostly apparition speaks to you and says, "I feel as if I know you. I feel like we are connected, you and I." I feel familiar blood upon you.
she's gonna kind of look down a bit and say, I'm sorry. Perhaps it's not my blood that you feel. It may be your sister's.
Her whole face sort of like locks up, and it's just a mask of pain and regret. It was Demetria. She never forgave what happened. And as she says that, each of you feels like a sharp pain. And as you open your eyes, you are no longer on the ship, but you are back down in the grove, the ancient grove where Demetria was layered. There, you see that it is not underground as it is in modern times, but on the surface, surrounded by the old woods and beautiful construction of temple and temple grounds. However, the beautiful temple is smashed and burning. You see a man who is large and imposing, and he is leading a great many settler troops in battle as they pillage, murder, and destroy the denizens of the ancient grove temple. You watch as this woman, not an apparition but fully formed, leads the fey creatures in the defense of the temple. She stands protectively in front of a massive tree at the very center of it all. Killing his way across the battlefield, the armored man eventually stops before her and then kicks a loose, recently beheaded creature's head in her general direction, and with a mocking laugh says, "You know why I'm here. Die with honor and step aside." The Dryad looks at him and looks at the carnage that he has wrought and says in a quiet voice, "I will die before you take this tree." And with a mocking laugh, he says, "Excellent. I was going to kill you anyways." And he rushes towards her and disembowels her. In his offhand, he raises a mighty warhammer, and he brings it down on her skull, smashing it. Still alive, but wounded in such a manner that only her tree could heal her, and only after a great deal of time, he tosses her broken body aside. And then his men go to work, methodically sawing away at her tree. She feels every cut. The tree is old and large, and it takes a great deal of time before it is finally cut down. Such is the nature of trees, that it lives on for a time after being severed from its roots. So too did she live on. Her spirit became trapped in the wood. And as it was shaped and remade into the mighty enchanted mast of the ship that serves as the center point of all of its defensive magics, she realized that she was still bound to it, even in death. There is another sharp pain in your mind, and you guys find yourselves back on the ship. Hypatia, during the vision, you must have stumbled further onto the ship, because as you guys come back to your senses, you realize that the gangplank is gone, and the ship is pulling back out into the lake. All right, I'll take you over to the next map.
Strays is just gonna look at Phil and kind of shake his head as if to say, yeah, definitely not likely to be considered an ally.
It's horrible.
All right, you guys should see the same ship, but on a big square of water.
Yep, we do.
All right, cool. All right. As the ship begins moving, it does feel a bit more alive. You hear that rhythmic heartbeat of a drum from below decks.
I'm gonna send Skilla to look below decks.
Okay.
Fly down there and look around.
All right. As Skilla descends below decks, she is dispelled.
Oh. Damn it.
Why that anchor worked. I tried.
All right. I'm going to put something on Groovy 2 to see if it works.
The Dryad is still standing by the mast.
Among us?
Yeah. She just sort of watches all of you, and then she says, "I guess now you'll have to figure out. Do you sail with us, or stand against us?" And she slowly kind of goes back inside the mast.
It's interesting that she refers to them as us now.
I mean, she's been with them for so long.
So there is a wheel over here, and the wheel is sort of turning all by itself.
Is there anyone among us? Talus, you do ships, right?
So normally a trireme does not have such a thing, but keep in mind that the settlers come from different worlds, and the Dragonlords came from a not so Greek setting. Also, a ship of this size, it would be very difficult to shout down to your rowers which direction you want to go. So this ship is further enhanced with a rudder, and also when it turns in either direction, the rowers below receive an indication of which way the ship is trying to go. Though honestly, they could sort of feel it, because if you row a ship all day, you kind of just get into the rhythm of the whole deal. So
Yeah, unfortunately, I only know how to use land vehicles.
I'm gonna go up to Bullbug, and I'm gonna
hi, Phil.
say, "Hey,
I'm not scared, in case you were wondering.
me neither."
I think everyone else is scared, though. We'll have to be twice as brave, to make up for it.
Very much so.
Mm-hmm.
And it was you who expertly piloted the rafts as we made our arrival here. Would you take the helm? I'll point to the wheel and ensure we don't drift into the underworld.
He's gonna check his courage real quick. Of course, because I'm not scared.
Do this as we explore below.
It's a tight fit for somebody that big. So he's like, all right. As he goes to climb up, a voice says, "Oh, hey now. You don't need to be coming up here. This ain't for you, beast." And Bullbug, man, performance check, Bullbug. Yeah, you've got this. You've got this. Bullbug squeals and lets out a moo of terror as he backs away. With a hearty laugh, you see an undead dwarf manifest. The dwarf is, in fact, a steering. He looks over at Bullbug and he says,
Come on now. I didn't mean to frighten you. I just don't want you leading us astray. We have business in the city of Mitros, you see. I wouldn't want to miss out on it.
What is the business?
Oh, there's many of you. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. This here's the Otros, the greatest ship ever made. In this world and many others. But the business, it's family business. It wouldn't do for me to be spreading such business to new recruits, now would it?
Where
Now
is Esther?
I have to ask you. Oh, I was just about to say. Were you invited here by the old captain? Or did you come here seeking glory and immortality?
We were charged to come here by the Oracle.
Ah, the Oracle. Which Oracle would that be? There's a few of them. And it's been such a long time. Old Davos here, he has trouble remembering all the different things that have come to pass.
It was
But you
Mercy.
know- Ah, sister to the ship itself. How sweet. I don't suppose then she sent you here on a rescue mission. 'Cause that sweet little tree, she ain't going nowhere. Other than where I tell her to go.
And who are you? You
I
say Davos. What is your family name?
simply call myself Davos. I don't need a surname. That's a foolish tradition of Dragonlords' homeland.
So what family business do you have in Mitros?
Oh, you're very nosy. Listen. We have a long way to go tonight if we're going to make it there before morning. Why don't I speed our journey with a little story? Would you be so kind as to indulge an old dwarf his story?
I will listen to it.
So, you may have heard about the captain. He had a bad run of luck. Betrayed and abandoned by his soul-bound dragon. What was that beast's name? Arkirania, yes. She left him powerless, one would say. But Esther ain't the sort of fella to be left high and dry, no. He realized he didn't need some dragon. A ship would do just as well. A ship would take him anywhere he needed to go. You see, the killing couldn't stop. So he found as many like-minded folk as he could, Dragonlords and Davoses alike. And he formed a crew, and we built a ship at any cost. And you see, that's where the fun began. Because Lutheria, oh, that sweet goddess of death, she was so impressed, you see, with Esther's capacity for violence, that she let loose the leash she had her brother lover upon, and set him to work upon the settlers. We were at war then. What better place for a sailor, a soldier, than the battlefield? And with this great ship, nothing could stop us. Nothing. And as you can see, nothing has stopped us.
And he just sort of starts to slowly disappear. The last things to disappear are his lovely teeth and glowing eyes.
I'm going to turn to the others and kind of say this primarily to everyone, but I'm with kind of a pointed look at Reset. If Esther's dragon abandoned him, and of this I have no doubt, his conduct during the war was atrocious. But if even his bonded dragon left, it is likely that there is no redemption for him.
I don't think any of us were seeking redemption for him.
I'll just nod with like a look of relief on my face and kind of grasp my hilt of my spear and look at Phil as if to say, like, what now?
A ominous spray can sound appears, and you see a pink arrow pointing to stairs leading into the bowels of the ship.
Yes, the pink arrow.
You also see
Harbinger of Doom.
In Foundry, I actually already built a soundboard that has a spray paint can sound effect, so I don't have to do that anymore. Kyra looks to the front and back of the ship, and she says, well, heads or tails? I feel, I don't know, compelled.
Well, got an entrance right here.
Bullbug says,
perhaps it's best, since the stairs are so small and I'm so big, that I stay up here, near the edge of the ship. And anyone who needs my protection can also stay with me.
Sounds like a good idea.
Flip
Very
who's
kind of
normally
you.
not afraid of anything. They have a quick puppy huddle, and then they head over to Bullbug.
For a second, I was like, what do you mean? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Laureus looks at you, Phil, and he looks over at Bullbug, and you can see on his face, he wants you to tell him it's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say, I think it's best that some of us stay up here to make sure we're not led astray. I entrust you all to the matter. I look at Laureus and Bullbug and anyone else who looks like they're about to shit themselves.
Okay. All right, Karina. She would like to go with you. She feels personally invested since she survived the horrors of Demetria's glade in finding out what would have driven Demetria to kill and hurt so many of her friends.
I'm okay with that if everyone else is.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah. I'll lead the way, and I'll just.
Oh wait, hold on. Reset dropping some dope shit into chat. You read that shit out loud, Reset.
She takes out her journal and reads out, "If we meet Esther again, do not believe his words, and do not let him cozen us." That is what we learned.
What does it mean to be cousined?
I don't know. Like, convince us of not killing him?
Like be nice is what it means.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what Graxus told us.
Okay, this map tried its best. It tried its best, but there's some inconsistencies. I thought I had fixed them all. Let me fix this real quick. There we go.
Just blame any inconsistencies on secret doors and TARDISes.
It is super cramped down below, by the way. Okay. Yeah, okay. So as you guys head down below, you see a room that has a pretty high ceiling for a ship. There are pillars of wood that sort of rise from floor to ceiling. They are ornately carved with scenes of slaughter. Fey creatures and other Thylean natives being wholesale cut down and murdered. These pillars of beautiful woodcraft artistry are used to run a great number of hammocks from floor to ceiling in 6 neat rows. This is apparently like a crew's quarters. Let me bring you over to the new map. Should be right around here. Okay. There are, in this room, a number of features. 1, there is a door and another door. 2, there are just rotten and spoiled supplies, crates, chests, that sort of thing. One of the hammocks seems to be bearing the weight of a tremendously fat but invisible being. It is this one right here. You hear a loud snoring, as if from a person who is so overweight that they're putting strain on their lungs, and there's no way they could not snore that loudly. From the other side of this wall, you hear the pounding of drums, and you hear the low, haunting song of a great many individuals singing and rowing in rhythm to that drum beat.
Do we want to wake him and interrogate, or shall I proceed ahead?
Well, kind man is sleeping.
Yeah,
Perhaps
let's
disturb him.
maybe let him sleep.
I'm gonna open up the.
Okay. As you reach for the door, it opens as your hand approaches it.
Guys, yeah, I mean, you probably expected this, but there's about 300 ghosts or specters in this room. Are they like just staring at me, or they kind of just doing their
They
job?
are just sort of staring ahead, mournfully singing songs of the sea as they row those oars.
I
Does
walk
it-
in.
Well, I was gonna ask, does it look like that room goes all the way across the ship?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Then maybe we could just go back upstairs and check out the other room and not have to walk past the scary ghost.
I'm
vote
not scared,
that.
Hypatia.
Yeah, but I am.
Astreus, you do see the massive drum, invisible fists, hammers, question mark, beat upon it, thundering out the rhythm that they are rowing to. As you stare, a being comes into focus. A mighty woman over 6.5 feet tall, well muscled. She turns to face you, and you see that she has no eyes. In fact, no eye sockets. Her mouth is a writhing mass of tentacles. She nods to you slowly, never stopping her work upon the drum.
I'll give like a nod back, turn to the others, and say, I believe we're able to continue so long as we do not do anything to disrupt the rowers.
You hear a snort and a grumble from the hammock. Hey, who's there? Why would you open the door? It's so loud in there. Metron needed to sleep. Now Metron is awake. And you see a very large, just wearing his undie pants, ghost appear. And he sort of swings his hammock. It strains under his bulk, and then he sort of tumbles out onto his feet. He licks with a massive, nearly cow-sized tongue, his meaty hand, and runs it across his bald pate, and then smooths out his non-existent eyebrows, and says, how rude of me. Metron, the navigator, at your service. You're new here. I can always smell fresh meat. Well, don't just stand there gobsmacked. Introductions, yes? I mean, if we're going to be crewing this ship for all eternity, I'd at least like to know your name.
I do not intend to crew this ship for all eternity.
Oh!
Navigator.
You're just a special guest.
Anastasia looks at him with a very serious face and says, "Where's Arcleander?"
Where indeed? The captain is a very busy man. So busy. He's always on the move. Always making big plans. In fact, I worked so hard planning this journey for him that I wanted to get some sleep. It doesn't really work, but I like to pretend. I miss sleeping almost as much as I miss eating. No matter how much I do of either, it doesn't really help. That being said, and he grabs his massive stomach and gives it like a jiggling shake, you would think as a ghost, I wouldn't be so goddamn fat.
That's just it. You're damned.
I suppose. If only the captain had kept his willy in his pants, we wouldn't be in this situation. Can't blame him, though. How do you say no to Lutheria when she rises up out of the waves, naked as the day she was, I don't know, conceived? I'm not really sure how that works. She was naked, though, and looking pretty fine. She whispered words to the captain of his prowess, of his great strength. He ate those words up like a starving man. Some say the broken connection to his dragon drove him to a state of loneliness that no one could ever understand. Made him easy prey for Lutheria's charms, but I'm gonna tell you, I put fucking right below naps and snacks. I don't think I would have had the resolve to resist her, let me tell you. She offered the captain some promises, some deals. She promised him that if he allied with her against her brother, that he would live forever, that no one would ever be able to kill him. In the ways of the ancient peoples and the Fae, they went to his cabin and they consummated their new partnership. A unity of their flesh. After they did, he fell into a deep slumber. I remember because it was me who went to wake him up. There was no Lutheria there. Just a tired, sleepy captain. And old Metron said, Captain, you better sleep for like 3 days. You need to rouse yourself. Be careful what you wish for. He roused, all right. He roused it. He killed the life out of me. He left me with a gut wound, and he kind of shows you the hideous scar on his stomach. Not fatal, but fatal enough. I stumbled after him, bleeding out. His sword's real good at wounding people, real good. I watched him, you see. One by one, he cut us all down. All of us. And then he just sat there in the lake blood that was filling up the ship. And one by one, we all got back. We all got right back up. We all got right back up when we knew more than ever before that he was the captain. His will was our will.
Yeah. You said you're the navigator?
I am. Yes.
The helmsman said we were setting sail to Mistros. Quite landlocked. How did you intend for the ship to
you don't
arrive?
know? We're in the dream right now. We're not in the lake or the ocean. No, I charted us a path through the stars themselves. That's why I'm so tired, you see. I'd really like to sleep, if that's okay with you.
I have more questions, if you don't.
Well,
Has anyone ever
insist on keeping me from my slumber, I will have to teach you a lesson, boy.
attempting to do so will likely take more time than just answering his questions. You wish to slumber. Let him ask you one thing.
You may attempt a persuasion check. He laughs and says, you speak to me of time when I tell you that I have charted a course through dreams. Do you think time matters? And he starts to violently start throwing up. Hold on a second. All right. I guess go ahead and roll yourselves into some initiative. All right. Let's see. Everybody rolled in? Good. Okay. Let's see. Oh, here we go. That's what I was looking for. All right, Reset, you're up first.
Do I sense anyone else in the room? Any other creatures?
With your normal senses of perception and investigation, you do not. It does seem like he's throwing something up that could be a problem.
Okay. And is that something I get like in his square, or like would I be able to get close to him without touching whatever?
These are ghosts. They they could move through you. You could move through them. If you do, it's probably bad because you probably take some damage. But yeah.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll just, if he's attacking us, I'll go up, and with my magic dagger, I'm gonna try to just get him to stop.
Okay. All right. So you run up and you attack him.
I just poke him in the gut a little bit.
Okay. All right. 22 definitely hits. He will try to make a saving throw. He does.
Yep. Alright, I'll hit him once more.
Okay. Are you stunning striking that one, or are you saving it? I will give you one of those loading screen tips. There will be no opportunity to rest at all during the course of this adventure.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Okay.
I'm not going to use it.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure everybody knew resource-wise where they stood.
Okay. And then I'm just going to take 2 steps back.
Okay. All right. That will be his turn. Or no, that'll be your turn. Okay, that brings us to Philippocles.
Yep, I'll pull out my axe, and I'm going to bonus action rage. I'm gonna say, if you do not wish to willingly answer my questions, thank you. And I'm gonna swing at him twice recklessly.
Okay. Both of those are gonna hit. Alright, he's too committed now. Whatever he's birthing out of his mouth is still coming. You do see the head of his mouth baby start to crest. It's pretty terrifying. All right, and Stasia, I guess.
Okay. It seemed like he's busy with what he's doing.
I mean, he's vomiting up spirits. So
Okay.
take that however you like.
Alright. I guess I'll try and go over here. And
He will lash out at you reflexively as you leave his threat space.
that's what I was thinking. You did the attack reset, so I was just thinking that.
I know.
Alright, attack me.
23 for 10 as he reaches out and just punches you in the side of the head.
Alright, we'll keep going then. I guess I will. Let's do a hex bonus action, and then I will do 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
The hex is strength, I guess.
All right, both of those hit.
Alright, and that'll be my turn.
The hex is necrotic damage, correct?
It would be, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Team NPC. Kyra looks at the creature piteously, and just kind of backs away. Karina is going to take 2 shots with her longbow.
Nice.
All right. And back up as well. All right, you see this non-magical bow that she is using. The arrows sort of pass through, but they do, drag through the creature's essence, as it were. For a ghost, it's unbelievably solid, but as a ghost, it's also just a thought construct, so it's sort of weird. All right. That brings us to Astreus.
Astreus is going to call upon the Wrath of Mithros and bring down a sacred flame upon him.
Okay.
Oh wow.
He is not very dexterous. He's a big boy. He's not very dexterous. He fails.
5 damage.
Okay.
And I'll draw my spear and just have it ready for what may come next.
Okay. Soul, you're up.
We'll here do the help action. And we'll fly away. This way.
Okay. Hypatia, to you.
I will take advantage of the help action and firebolt him.
Okay. You do. He takes it right in the gut.
And then I'm gonna join the line of people standing in this corner.
Fair enough. As his turn comes back around, there is a violent cracking of bones and rending of sinew as his body horribly deforms, growing larger and larger and larger until he is a huge apparition. And then, vomiting forth from his mouth, tumbles a massive undead cyclops. The cyclops looks around piteously, its hollow eye socket taking in everything and nothing. Angrily, Metron the Navigator flails at Philippocles with his fists. So a 23 for 14 to 17 for 11.
They both
And he immediately starts vomiting again. His body seizing up as he does so. All right, the Cyclops is going to roll itself into initiative. All right, Talus, to you.
Sorry about that. Step away to get a drink.
It's all good. You're up.
Alright, we're going to try doing a Vine Whip because we don't have our Mithril Chakram anymore, so ghosts
Fair
and
enough, fair
non-magical
enough.
weapons. So, I guess maybe we'll say the mystical energy seems to be drawn from the mast itself.
Okay.
Tapping into that latent Fey energy in it.
All right. There is a spectral quality to your whip as you send it out. Those of you who remember, you would swear that it is similar in color and plant appearance, like the leaves and everything else, to the ghost that you spoke to when you first got on the ship. Are you attacking Metron or the Cyclops?
Metron.
Okay, that hits. All right.
And,
he continues the birthing process of yet another undead horror.
And
You have another.
Paratus will do
Oh
a
yeah,
screech.
you have Paratus. Okay, Screech. Go for it. All right. Is this also against Metron?
Yes.
All right. Constitution save coming up. He passes.
Okay. Here's with a shot.
All right. The Cyclops stands to its full height, which means the top of its head just sort of disappears into the ceiling a bit. It outstretches its arm and grabs something you cannot see, and now has a club. The club, like its body, is made of a swirling purple and blue and pink energy. Inside the creature, you see the dance of starlight kind of making its way through. It's essentially an Undead Galaxy edition Cyclops. You can get it on your Trapper Keeper. It's really cool. Raising that sort of spectral club, it is going to bring it down hard. Let's see. It'll just go wherever. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So Reset and Hypatia. Each of you is getting attacked. There we go. Reset, this one's for you. And Hypatia, this one is for you. You watch impossibly as the club goes up through the ceiling, as if it is not there, and just in a wide arc passes through Talus, Karina, does not harm them at all, but then impacts against Reset. Or not, I don't know. Does 22 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
I am
having nowhere.
shielding mine.
Good. Okay, fair enough. Having nowhere else to go, the Cyclops will remain there. You hear the gagging sounds of Metron as he tries to birth another horror. Reset, what are you going to do?
I can move there because he's 2 sizes larger. Right?
He is huge, and he's a spooky ghost.
Alright. Without going through his core, I move around to flank this guy. I'm gonna attack him.
Both of those are going to hit.
And this one's non-magical.
All right, all of them hits. The non-magical does not do as much. I thought you were using Vulcan's shield. Is that not a thing?
does that count? I guess because it's technically an unarmed strike.
Oh,
So
then
even though
so
it's
it's
a
it's
shield
powered
strike,
off
it's
your
not-
undead. Yeah, that's fair. I understand
Yeah,
the mechanics decision for that. Okay. Yeah. So he kind of turns his attention to you. His eyes are bulging like cartoon character eyes, and he's heaving. And you see the next horror that is coming out of him.
I'm just gonna say, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him.
Okay. Phil, to you.
As you say! 2 more swings recklessly.
Okay, reckless with the +2 from flank. Let's see what we got.
21 and 16.
Both of those are gonna hit. All right. He keeps gagging and choking. He a big boy. You can see as you are hitting him, where he is indicated that he is bloodied, you just see like a constant, like slow, stream of like glowing ichor is coming out of the sword wound that killed him. It is now split wide open, both from his heaving and from the many attacks that he has suffered.
Okay. I do still have my bonus action. I'm gonna bonus action try and grapple him, but I'm gonna try and like headlock him and like shut his mouth so he can't vomit anything out.
Okay. I think there's actually rules for this. Hold on. Oh shit. Okay. It is a DC 25 to close his mouth.
Alright. Here we go.
All right, you try. You lock your hands on the top of his head and his jowls, and you start pushing them together. And whatever this creature is, it just lets out a mournful. And you hear his jaw just sort of break as the creature kind of begins forcing its way out with more determination. It's a static DC because this is a magical effect. This guy is essentially a Pandora's box of spooks. He will make an unlimited amount of horrors per the adventure.
And I'll just say, I can't close his mouth. Kill him quickly, or we're gonna have more foes to face.
All right, Anastasia, to you.
Real quick, I don't usually play the Warlocks that often, but I'll just bias his ranged attack, so this guy's in my face, so I would have disadvantage, right?
Correct, yep.
Okay, then I'll just try and Sacred Flame Metron. Oh, mine's even worse than yours,
Okay.
Grace.
Here he goes. He fails. As the radiant flames ignite him, he closes his eyes, and you see luminescent tears, similar to the gore oozing from his stomach wound, stream down his face. He looks over at you, Phil, and he nods his head slowly and disappears.
Oh, good. I was so worried.
Everybody
But
okay?
he did answer my questions.
Don't worry, Phil. We'll figure it out.
Phil's pissed. He takes his axe, and the hammock that he was sleeping on, he just slices it in half. Sleep on the floor next time.
All right. Much as the anchor, your axe passes through it.
Oh, I hate this.
Astraeus, out here, none of these people missed a beat. They just kept doing their jobs.
I will nod to the drummer as if, like, good job. And I'll turn to everyone and say, now that that's done, does anyone need a moment before we cross to the back of the boat?
What does a moment mean? You will, if you accept a short rest, there will be
No, not. I'm not talking like
yeah.
no. Just like if anyone wants to do a thing in this room, or
or maybe like say goodbye to someone they care about, because holy shit, this could be really bad. People could die for reals. New characters, all that jazz. Oh, I probably should have told you guys before today's session. The DM community came up with a bunch of extra epic paths, so now we don't have to worry about characters lasting through a whole campaign, because we could just activate these extras that people came up with. So
goody!
problem solving, right?
I shiver as I feel my plot armor fall off.
Let's
Yeah.
let's
No,
go.
I'm gonna be fine. Hypatia's brother can have the same epic path.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna start.
High polio. We'll workshop it. So
I'm gonna find myself a ranged weapon.
I would like to take this moment to cast Goodberry and give everyone one.
Smart. Do you mean everyone? Everyone?
Absolutely.
Okay. She is going to immediately eat it, staring you in the face as she does so.
I mean, does Philippicles get 3?
But you realize that she faked it. It's still in her hand. So.
Is this some other caster who has Goodberry restrictions she's thinking of?
Thank you. I don't know if we should stop that drum. I feel like if we stop that drum, we're gonna fight everything.
Don't stop the drum.
Yeah, no, I don't
Let's
think
just walk past.
No, I really
Yeah.
I want to
Don't even
destroy
talk
the
to
drum,
them. Don't even.
but I
talk
feel
to
like
them.
I can't even destroy it because I can't touch anything on this boat.
Well, Anna is studying music. Maybe she could play the drum and take over the ship with her drum skills.
Don't touch it.
Drum battle.
Excuse me, disgusting tentacle lady. Keep up your drumming.
Wow.
What do you mean? I'm just calling it how it is. Look at that shit.
Hardworking woman.
I
Seriously,
swear,
that's
she
very
attacked
rude.
us.
Very rude.
Let's
Nice
see.
job.
Hold on. There's something there. As you speak to her, Phil, she turns from her work, never missing a beat, and her writhing tentacles sort of reach out, trying to caress your muscles. And she whispers, though you're not sure where the sound is coming from, ghost or thought constructs. Are you ready to travel to Mitros?
I came from Mitros. I'm not really trying to go back. I don't really like the leadership there.
I'm very ineffectually pushing Phil. Like, don't
Let's
talk
go.
to the lady.
Yeah,
Let's
but I
go.
mean, she kind of likes me. Maybe I could
So
push it.
yeah, the undead drummer sort of chuckles when you say that you don't like the leadership and says, "We aim to change that."
Astreus, move.
Now I'm
Yep,
interested.
let's go.
How
go.
were you
Go,
planning
go.
on doing that?
Go. We know this. Phil, we know this. We know this. He's having bad dreams of Esther, remember? Come on, let's go.
Okay. You keep up the good work. Sorry I was rude to you. I kind of
So
see the purpose of
Karina's
tentacles.
definitely the friend that gets you to go to Halloween Horror Nights. Like, there's something that must have snapped in her mind down in Demetria's dungeon, because she's like kind of like wide-eyed and like energized by how fucking scary this is. You know the kids I'm talking about? Horror kids?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Yeah.
Honestly.
She's obviously terrified, but she has some supernatural ability to channel that into energy. Like,
She's like hyper aware that she's walking in a legendary ballad right now. Before the songs have even been written and sung, she knows. That's got to be hype.
As you pass the mast, you hear that mournful song again.
I don't know if it's just me, but is
try and
anyone else like
memorize
looking
that,
at all the specters, trying to
for
like
myself.
see if there's one that's different?
One of them is named Waldo, but I am not at liberty to reveal which one that is.
Right there.
Talus,
That's
as you pass by the mast, you hear the captain is nearly ready to see you. Just a little bit longer, champion.
And I'll leave one of the extra good berries actually at the foot of the mast for as a small sacrifice.
It's it very rapidly rots, decays, and turns to dust.
It was about the gesture, not the actual
Kairo's
effect.
not meaning to carry you around. Oh no! I mean, it's a good gesture. Like any kind of spirit in this setting likes being appeased. So, all right, you guys enter into flavor text. Let's see. This small cabin houses all the necessary provisions for a short journey out to sea. That's nice. There is a burnished chest in the corner. It seems a bit more solid than everything else. It also appears to be very obviously locked.
Don't touch it. The chest will still be there.
Yup.
The chest will still be there.
We all
There are
breathe a
stairs that
sigh
lead
of
up,
relief.
and there is a door here, to the right of Astraeus.
We all breathe a sigh of relief since we don't have a party rogue to, linger down.
Or a shadow sorcerer who robs people after you agree to save their baby.
Yeah.
Man, I'm feeling so nostalgic tonight. Feeling so nostalgic tonight.
That's a big throwback. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So door to the east here.
Yeah, I mean, we'll go to the door that's not going back up.
All right. So stairs or door? What do you want to do?
The one that doesn't look like it's leading back up to the top of the ship.
Oh, yeah. It's the door then. The door would open into a room. Let me double check. The labeling on this map is an absolute nightmare. Okay. As you go to open the door, Phil, it opens for you.
I touched the door to see if my hand goes through it, if there was even a door in the first place.
Yeah. Why wouldn't there be? It's a nice solid wood door.
Yeah, why wouldn't stuff be solid here? You're right.
Truth. Thought
that was-
constructs. All right. This is a cabin. It is more luxurious than anything else you've seen on the ship. The bedding is made of finely spun silk, as are the curtains at the windows. The wallpaper is textured with gold filigree. The wooden floor and furniture has been recently cleaned and waxed, and the room has a fresh, clean smell. There's a desk at the rear of the room with scattered papers. Also in the room, you see a suit of Dragonlord armor and a mighty sword. The armor appears to be scale mail, possibly made of dragon hide. The sword does not look like any sort of Greek blade you have seen, and is made of an ebony metal.
Is it like a long sword or great sword or short sword variant?
It is a traditional log sword from Astraeus' homeland. It does seem to be of elven make.
I got one identify. If you wanna.
Well, I'm gonna first like kind of put a hand on the scale mail and like
You
kind of feel the scales.
hear something creak in this chair, as though someone is sitting there. But as you look at the scale mail, go ahead and give me a nature check real quick, unless you have smithing tools or leatherworking tools. You could sub those out, otherwise. Either way, it's going to be intelligence.
Oh yeah, this is not going to go
well. Those scales are a turquoise blue color. And they definitely came from an animal, maybe. Or were made to look like they came from an animal, maybe. Armor.
Maybe.
I'm the worst dragon lord ever. I don't even know what a dragon scale looks like.
Well, I mean,
it could be
that could be an indication that it is not a dragon scale.
scale.
With the creaking behind me, though, I'm gonna like look at Phil furtively and then turn to the chair and just say, "Esther."
An elven ghost appears. Its ears are round enough. It's hard to find elven ghosts. Just go with it.
Yeah.
He turns to you and kind of scooshes the chair in like a kind of way. And he says, "Oh, hello. If you're looking for the captain, he's not in right now."
And you are?
I am called Skathen.
Skathen. I don't suppose you could let the captain know that Astraeus Rade is here to see him.
Oh. That would be of interest to the captain, for sure. I have no business with you, as long as you do not touch anything that does not belong to you. If you want to go talk to the captain, do so. Head right up those stairs.
I'm going to gesture to the armor and say, "Is this yours, Skathen?"
It is. It's very hard to wear on account of me being a ghost. But I manage when I need to.
Were you a dragon lord in life?
I was.
I don't know him at all, Crash. Never heard of him.
He is probably from Esther's personal recruits.
Okay.
Which probably came up after you were gone.
Yeah, definitely.
But he'll tell you. This guy's seems like he's willing to dump plot exposition if anyone's interested. You can see that he's writing his memoirs over there.
Hypatia. Do you want to maybe ask him about his writings?
I mean,
do you call out the door and around the corner? I mean, it feels like Hypatia's playing heavy D right now. She's playing heavy D.
This guy's writing something. I see you write stuff all the time.
It's more of a like I'll gesture to his book and I'll say we happen to have a scholar from the academy with us.
The
there may be some
the academy. Telemark had one in his city, didn't he? Or at least he was trying to make one. I can't recall what the year is. It's hard to remember sometimes. Oh, well, you are just hideous. What god cursed you?
I think it was the Fates, actually. Are they gods?
In their own way, yes.
Yeah.
In fact, they are feared by the gods. You hear Kyra from the hallway. I ain't scared of no fucking fates.
Media.
So.
Tell me of this academy. Sounds fascinating.
Uh.
Are you from Telemark City?
Damon did the academy thing. But it's Mitros.
Mitros? What sort of a fool's name is that for a city? I'm referring to the great city of Telemark. You know, Telemark, Arkelander, brother of Esther.
There is a necropolis at Telemark
Yeah.
dedicated to the history of the Dragonlords. It is where they are entombed.
Oh, wait. Mitros is where we're going. That's right. I'm sorry, I get so mixed up. My mind, it just travels. I spend a lot of time here in the ethereal sea. But I come to assist when called upon by the captain. I keep an eye on his things.
Do you know why you're going to Mitros?
Fool. I think it was something to do with somebody's grandson. I don't know. The captain seemed very excited. Which is good, because he really only seems excited when he's murdering things. Otherwise, he's always very sad. I try my best to cheer him up, but there's a hole in his heart. I fear that will never be filled.
Sounds like there was a hole in his head.
No, I have checked him medicinally. He seems to be in pretty decent shape. I mean, if you're being literal, he does have a mouth hole, 2 nose holes, eye sockets, ear holes. I suppose pores would be holes if you looked upon them very closely with Oh, is that what you meant?
Yeah.
What is crazy, though? I mean, is not reality whatever you make of it?
Reality is pretty real.
You seem like a bright girl, and I'm willing to overlook your hideous, cursed deformity if you're willing to overlook mine. Would you like to become my apprentice?
Your apprentice at what?
Oh, I'm into history and science. I try my best to expand my mind. You could help me cross-index things and organize data into charts and graphs.
I'm not a
right
secretary.
Now. Well, if you would just start in a secretarial role, trust me, it's going to be much better than rowing the ship for all eternity. I have some pull with the captain, and I'm willing to call in a few favors.
Okay, and I'm gonna leave.
Well, you'll be back. It's a small boat, and a few years of rowing you'll come around. You'll come around.
May I read the book you are writing?
Oh, certainly. It's a detailed account of what transpired since the arrival of the Dragonlords in the world of Thylea, Thylea's place in the greater scheme of things in the planar cosmology of the universe. It also speaks of the beginning and the end of the realm of Thylea. Truly, I have traveled far and seen much. Lady Lutheria sometimes lets me walk with her at the borders of reality. But please, he scoots his chair aside. It makes very loud physical chair sounds. Take a peek. Tell me what you think, since you were there at the very beginning. Well, the beginning of the Dragonlords, at least. Unless you did some time traveling. If you did, I'll add it in. Did you do any time traveling, Astraeus? Oh, you haven't time traveled yet, that's right. Okay. Astraeus, give me a wisdom saving throw as you look upon his insane writings.
See, I know the problems that books can have.
Okay, you do take a little bit of psychic damage, but you do not gain a slew of permanent madnesses, so that's good. You take 19 points of psychic damage as your mortal mind tries to read the mysteries of the universe.
Holy crap. I'm gonna
Which was your
stagger
favorite part, Mr. Rade?
I'm going to look at him and say, Skathan, you are truly... You are truly a master of your craft. It is...
it is
far,
not me.
Far
it
beyond
it is the world. And he pulls the curtain aside, Astraeus, so that you may look out into the void. Does anyone look out to the void, or do you guys look away as he pulls the curtain aside?
Look away.
Anyone?
Outside
Anyone
the
look up?
room.
Bueller? Anyone? Anyone look out? Okay, so you guys do not look out the window.
No.
All right. There is a sad sound, and he says, "Give it a few years. Maybe then your curiosity will be piqued. But go now. Introduce yourselves to the captain so that he may find a place for you amongst the crew. I'm sure with your previous relationship, you should be able to get a little nepotism going.
I'll just nod like it's the most natural thing in the world.
And he disappears, and you hear the scritching of pen on parchment. You say as he, like, 11 from, like, Stranger Things has, like, a nosebleed stain under his nose, like, and around his eyes. What did it say?
I can't remember, and it hurts to recall. Anna, I think I need a touch of that rod there you've got.
Well, I'll hold my hands to his head.
It's such a rod. Let's go put his hands on it.
That literally halfway killed me.
Guys, level 5 is no joke.
Anna, he's gonna touch your rod.
I'm just gonna hold his head. Like do the cure wounds around his head.
Yeah, she runs into this corner and just is covering her mouth to try to maintain composure.
Thank you, Anna. That's much better. My head was throbbing.
When I watch you guys take
She's
damage,
not dying.
it makes
Like,
me feel so bad for you all.
I'm so much happy now that Kyra isn't like constantly just like falling over dying, so anything that we can do to help that along.
I'm gonna cast a cure wounds on myself to give it just a little bit of a oomph back.
You know, I had a feeling we should have just approached that chair in the beginning. I feel like we slipped up.
Let's just go.
At least we know what lies beneath.
I mean, they kept saying he wasn't ready. I don't know, I feel like we probably needed to.
I'ma go.
They said he's ready.
Crash, there isn't like another like floor beneath us, is there?
Technically there is, but I don't want to waste time going down there, and so I just deleted those stairs. So,
No worries.
yeah, but the ship is very large. There is a lower deck that is like a hold / additional living quarters. This is a big ship. Like when I said it was a big ship, it's a big ship. It is both tall and long. But
He said the captain was up, so we want to go to the captain.
Mm-hmm.
This This is just Anna's seeing eye thing, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I was like,
He notices you
What?
notice him, and he clocks out.
man, that look really got into my head, guys.
We want to just all.
I am seeing things outside of reality.
We're probably gonna have to fight all those like vectors. Do we just want to all grab a necklace bead and for my Betsy and just throw it all?
Wait, whoa,
No.
wait.
We're
We
not
have to
fighting.
fight 150 specters?
No,
Right.
we had a vision, Phil. They were rowing our ship.
Yeah, I think if we just kill the captain, then we will be the captain, and they
I'm
will
gonna,
listen
like-
to us.
As
Is there a way?
saying, Captain, I'm coming out and I'm shutting that door behind us.
All right, as long
okay.
as Tentacle Lady gets to stay, I'm starting to grow a little fond of her. Let's go.
Like
Now go
anyone will
upstairs.
fondle your muscles.
Just think of all those things that tentacles can do. But anyways, let's go upstairs.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait. I don't know if it was the book, guys. I found Waldo.
Yeah, it's the book.
No, like
You okay,
seriously.
Stray?
Seriously, there's a Waldo there.
That's good art. I mean, that was obviously not there. That would be the easiest Where's Waldo in the history of Where's Waldo.
That is awesome. Okay, sorry. Sort of broke character for a bit. I mean, the book is messing with Francis' mind.
Apparently.
So go back
Alright.
up back.
Does anyone else want to check this crate out? I mean,
Whoa,
No.
looks
yeah,
different than the other crates. I'm just saying.
No.
Look.
glowing.
I do not.
Are you guys heading back upstairs, or?
Yeah.
We want to check out the.
Yeah, we're gonna
The
put
line.
that crate on our list.
Stop touching things.
I can't touch anything. My hand just goes through
You
it.
can touch everything after we're done.
All right. You guys head upstairs.
Lord.
Should we go to the throne?
As you go upstairs, you look around and you do not see any water. You see the rippling void of space, question mark, of the sky, of the endless sea of Nyx, of the ethereal, of the dream. It has many names. Hypatia, you have studied it in school. It is said to be the miasma that surrounds and suffuses all of Thylea.
Cool.
It is also used by beings like Lutheria to quickly travel place to place.
I recommend not falling off the boat.
That would be very, that would be super bad. That would be super
Just as
bad.
like a little test, I'm gonna try and like fly like 2 inches off the ground, see if that like is working how it would back
Yeah, I mean,
on the prime material plane.
you hover above the ship. Mhm.
Okay.
You see that there are lots of undead hard at work. This guy, he's checking on that anchor. He's picking up the chain. Yeah, it's a real chain. He looks over at you, and he gives you a big smile.
Yeah, you need to put some work in that anchor. It doesn't work.
You do look across the ship and see that Bullbug, Philippothres, and Lorius have been captured, like damsels in distress usually do. You see your friend Davos, and he's working hard sailing that ship. And you see the spirit of the ship. She watches you with great
I'm
interest.
gonna rush over to my friend's aid quite quickly.
Oh, okay. Phil rushes in.
Yeah, I guess we'll follow.
Davos says,
There they be, Captain. New recruits. They showed themselves around, played with the navigator, and met everybody. Saw how we run a tight ship, Captain. Now, I suppose you should put them in their place.
And he just sort of keeps sailing the ship.
I've got my hand on my holy symbol, like, as if it's a lifeline right now.
Do these guys look like they're being like restrained or...
They're that classic like video game. We're trapped in a magical ensorcelment, hovering 1 inch above the ground, and bindings of spiritual energy. Oh noes, kind of situation. So,
if they make us choose, Glorious is going over the edge and filling with reasons. Staying with us, right?
Oh, okay. Man,
I'll
what kind of
save
bad guys are you dealing with?
I'll save them both. Like,
all right. As you approach, you see a figure, almost 7 feet in height, well muscled, appear in the throne. You recognize him from some of the visions, the vision you saw earlier. This was him before he got spooky overlay to make him a ghost. He demanded that the blood of the Fae be included in his portrait art. So, yeah, Kyra, when you grab her arm, Astreus, she looks physically ill. This individual stands up and walks over to here, and he looks over at you, and a smile breaks across his face, showing perfect teeth and a well-chiseled jaw beneath his manly beard. Phil, your beard looks out at his beard, and his beard looks back at your beard, and they give each other a beard nod. He says, amicably, well, Kiki. Well. Look at what came crawling back home. It's been a long time since I last rode you, you worthless bitch. And what is this? You brought some pups.
did he just call Kyra a worthless bitch?
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
You don't have anything to say to your old friend after all this time? Oh my gods! He kind of rushes forward and leaps down, and he says, Rade, is that you?
Just gonna narrow my eyes at him.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow, this is awkward. This is very awkward.
I'm gonna send a message to Phil and Astreus, one after the other, and say, do you want me to fireball him? Because now is a good time. And do you want to get out of the way?
How did you survive, Astreus?
I replied,
was
you
very
are my
sure.
king." And I back up.
I was very sure that you were dead. I'm very confident that you were dead. Like, I mean, I killed you, so I know you died.
I'm gonna take like a half step back as if in shock at his statement that he killed me.
Okay.
But really to make sure I'm not in the fire. And Yeah, with that going on, I mean, I'm planning on throwing at him net too. So this is that's a good time.
All right, fireball go off, and then everyone will roll into initiative.
Pretty much as soon as he called Kyra worthless bitch, I was
Yeah, I
pulling
really
my
wanted
axe
to
out.
just.
Yeah,
Alright.
like he did that, and I grabbed one off of my necklace, and I'm just like as he's talking, I'm like aiming, and like I've got out my calipers, like not even listening to what he's saying after that. There we go. That's a decent fireball.
I very much feel Anna's OOC there. Like, I didn't like. You almost don't want to interrupt the scene because it's like.
I was ready to roll initiative immediately. Like, I just didn't want to make a decision for everybody else.
I kind of wanted to.
Exactly.
And I mean, I love how it ends with him claiming that he's the one who killed me. That's not how I remember it, but I can very well believe that if they found me wounded, he'd be the type.
All right, so let me turn on some other music. All the time they say that this guy's a stone cold killer. Here he is, trying to give peace and diplomacy a chance. Oh well. Tried his best. Okay.
He should have tried that a long time ago.
All right. Kyra will be going as soon as the fireball clears. A mighty 24 damage fireball. Let's see. Metron is not going to be added to the fight because you guys took him out. All right. As much as Corita would probably want to join in this fight, Kyra's going to take the NPC spot for this one. Okay. So, Davos needs to make a save. Here we go. As a ghost, he has resistance to fire, so he'll take half damage. And then Esther. Hold on. Okay. That'll make my life a little bit easier. Alright, let's see. Alright, so. The fireball goes off. It kills this specter, unless it makes a save. Let's see. Nope, so that specter is defeated.
This one too?
I mean, sure. Okay. Let's see.
Worried about my dog.
I would never hurt a puppy. I mean, I've done some pretty messed up stuff in Dungeons and Dragons, but
I'd like to say
I would totally.
That was the only thing I put on my trigger list.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. You did put that in trigger list. Okay.
Thank you for protecting
I was surprised you didn't have spit roasting non-sexually a teenage centaur while they're still alive on your trigger list, because that's on mine now, thanks to this adventure.
I'm just saying, the
shit, I
reason
put
I
that on my
stopped
cheat
watching
list.
Game of Thrones was when they killed the puppy, not when they killed the child earlier in that episode.
Fair. All right. So, Kyra's going to start things out, and she's going to call out to him, and she says, Esther, don't make this any any harder than it has to
Did he
be.
cut out? What is
Hand the ship over. Oh, Kyra raises her
Oh no. Come
voice.
on.
Am I still?
No,
am I
Crash
still
is the
rolling?
worst. Yeah, it's the worst possible time.
I hear him fine.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hello? Okay.
Yeah, you're just fine.
All right. So Kyra, on her turn, bellows out, Esther, don't make this any harder than it has to be. Relinquish control of the ship to the new Dragonlords. We'll find a way to put you to rest. We'll find a way to end this curse. You've been alive too long. It's over now. And he just sort of looks at her, and the look on his face, there is so much contempt and so much this guy despises her. Absolutely despises her. And he says, "New Dragonlords. Is that what these children are? New Dragonlords. Is that why you cheated death, Rade? So you could try to give peace a chance again? That worked out so well for you before, didn't it? Listen, you cowardly, sniveling, scrawny bitch. I will not give up this ship, and I will add your souls and your divine spark to fuel its power." And she kind of closes her eyes. You see a tear, tears running down her face, and she says, "All right then. You choose death." And she will begin singing the Lucky Song. All right. Talus, you're up.
All right. We are going to move up.
Oh, is anyone else's groovy coming in like
Yeah,
hot garbage?
I think it's
Yeah.
a Discord server, like the region.
Oh, let me change the region.
And we're going to use Thorn Whip on him.
Okay.
Because I'm afraid to attack him with...
All right. I changed the server. Okay. A 15 does not hit.
What a yelling.
Quicker than you can see, he has a hammer in his left hand, and this sort of bat going with the right. Anything else from Alice or Paratos? Okay.
Paratos will fly up and attack him.
Okay.
And it's just regular damage to see if it goes through him or actually seems to hurt him.
Sure, yeah. As it flies up to attack him, he gives the hammer a very proficient spin and just smashes it against Paratos, not dealing damage, but deflecting the attack and kind of, pushing it back a little bit. All right, then he's going to get out of there. It does not hit. So if you're flying away, he will make a reaction attack, I guess.
He doesn't get one.
Oh, okay. I thought you had to hit to trigger that.
Oh shoot, no, I hit. Oh, successful hit. Never mind. So I'd still be up there, I guess.
Okay. So you're not flying away then?
He will. He'll fly away.
Okay. He will lash out with his hammer. All right. Let's see. Oh, here it is. 25.
That'll hit.
Okay. 15 points of bludgeoning damage. Paratos needs to make a strength saving throw. Okay. So I guess you were here when you flew away, so he is just going to bat you aside and just kind of yells to these specters, "Take care of that thing." As Paratos is just sort of knocked out of the air like a fucking bug. Anything else from Talus?
Nope.
Alright. Reset. Okay, Reset's silently attacking. Got it. Wait, what?
5, 13, and 13.
Okay. As you go up and begin swinging on this specter, after the second swing, it is dead.
Okay, then I'll do the third swing on the one up here. But this one's not magical, so it might just go through.
Okay. It does a small-ish amount of damage. All right. Anything else from Reset? No? Okay. Let's see. The Spectre next to Reset will attack back. So, here we go. An 11 does not hit. Alright. Astreus. Wait, how did we get to a... Why? What the fuck? Where... Hold on.
Anna?
Yeah, sorry, I'm like way down at the... This is such a huge tracker. Yeah,
Oh,
Anastasia, you're up. Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah.
So, Bullbug is kind of like he's magically bound. Are these guys like holding him down?
It's either that or the ship. These guys, I'll be honest, they don't look like the kind of people who would know how to bind someone into a spooky coma. They kind of just look like pirates.
Okay. Then yeah, I want to fly up a little bit. Shout out to Octana. You're gonna eat those words. So I'm gonna bonus action hex onto him, and I'll do 2 blasts at him.
Okay. All right. The first one definitely does not hit, but the second one does.
Goes off and becomes another star in the galaxy.
Nice.
And I'll be up 20 feet of bonus action movement. I'm done. Yeah.
Okay.
Distracted.
He suffers no damage from your hex.
I thought so.
Okay.
Still got his strength for it.
Yeah.
All right. Esther lets out a long sigh. Well, I did it once. I guess I could do it again. Unless, Strauss, you'd like to save the lives of your new Dragonlords. I mean, I got no love for the Titans. So, I'm definitely willing to team up.
What do you
propose?
propose?
My ship is your ship. Let's work together.
I'm just going to gesture to Bullbug and Lorius and Philippithrees, and I'll say, you have a funny way of extending an olive branch.
You know, I'm just not very well practiced at it. I'm just trying to give it my best shot.
I'm going to hold up
I need
hand.
an answer, Rade. Aren't you the same peace-seeking, worthless idiots that you were when we set you up?
I'm going to hold a hand up as if to like hold back my companions for a moment.
I've thought a long time. I thought a long time about what got me here. And I thought to myself, maybe Rade had it right. Maybe I should have given peace a chance. This is my chance, Rade.
I'm willing to
Don't
listen.
you care about redemption?
I'll hold up my arms and I'll be like, I'm here seeking my own. Of course I do. Tell me, what are your terms for such a collaboration?
Well, I need a body, for starters. I've got one all picked out. I was heading to pick it up, actually. So, let me go get my body. And then, my ship is yours. I'll take it wherever you want to go.
Your business in Mitros. Your descendant. This is the body you're seeking?
Yeah, that kid's not gonna ever accomplish anything worthwhile anyways. It's such a waste of flesh. So, I need my own body so that I can operate during daytime hours, you see. You got no love for that guy, he's a loser. So why don't you just sit down, enjoy the ride, and after I finish my business, the King of Mitros will help you set sail against those bastard Titans. Pretty good offer.
Astraeus is going to be kind of almost like staring off into the heavens that we're sailing through with like just this look of deliberation on his face.
I'll even let you bring that cowardly sack of shit, Kiki. She could be like our cabin girl.
I'm going to look up with a smirk on my face as if I found what he said to be absolutely hilarious and really hope that his initiative turn went by.
Oh, sorry. You're in the ethereal plane, so it's all super. But I got it. You guys just want to murder hobo? I got it. Hold on.
I was trying to play him.
I think he paused for more than 6 seconds. I'm just saying, it's a 6-second combat round.
Rourke, you got stuff to do. Get out here.
This was clearly a cutscene.
This is 100% a cutscene. 5 more specters rise up from below decks.
Yeah. So just so like everyone who's in the chat is clear, 100% Astraeus was just trying to stall, and thinks that Esther's absolute scum, and was not entertaining this even a little bit.
Okay.
OOC, I poke Reset's journal hard.
You hear the bloop of 1 legendary action point. That ain't too bad. And then you hear the 5 blips. We're still working on it. Of Paragon actions. And he just lets out a ferocious roar and runs right at Astraeus. Okay. And he says, maybe some broken bones will help change your mind. And he is going to make like he's going to smash you with his warhammer. And as he does, a blade slips out almost out of nowhere and makes a move for your ribs. All right, here we go. This is reckless, by the way.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay. All right. In that moment, as you are stabbed, you remember being stabbed by this exact blade before. His words are not theater. And as you, in that moment of being stabbed, look back, he came to you after the feast. Under the guise of friendship, under the guise of one who wanted to learn more of this way of peace. And he and Telemach betrayed and killed you. The last bit of memory that was locked away comes rushing back to you. And then, through a smile surrounded by beard, he says, "And do you know what the best part is, Rede? She knew it was gonna happen, and she didn't stop me." All right.
Is that motherfucker talking about Versi? Oh!
That brings us to Spectres. Okay. Spectres have a speed of 50. Holy shit. All right, they're going to spook their way over. Woo, 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 woo. Hypatia, the Spectre is going to try and mock you for death. It misses terribly. Let's see what horrible thing happens. This is the last session we'll have these cards. I'll miss them so much. So they're being retired. Let's see. So much stability. The spell produces a loud boom that can be heard in all directions. All creatures within 15 feet of you must make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw. Okay, that's cool. So 1, 2, 3. I don't know how high up you are, Anna. Or Anna.
I put 20. I might be a bit higher.
Okay. Anybody who does make a DC 12 Constitution save is knocked prone by the booming effect of this failed magical attack. So in a way, it was kind of cooler than the attack. Nice. All right. Spectres. This Spectre is going to attack a prone Paratos. Here we go. And misses. Okay, let's see. Let me roll for Constitution. And Constitution. Okay. As that Spectre finishes its turn, Esther raises up his hammer and makes like he's going to bring it down on your head, Astreus, and he tries. There we go, recklessly.
Haha! I
All right.
will shield bash his hammer away
Okay,
with like a roar of anger.
fair enough. All right, that brings us to this Spectre right here. It will float over and try to do what the captain told it. Take care of that thing. So here we go. I believe that is also a miss. No, that's a hit. Okay. All right. So Constitution save for Paratos. As that ends, He will use his legendary action point and begin charging a Hellfire Orb. You basically see kind of floating just behind him is a bluish ball of fire.
Can I counterspell it?
It is not a spell. All right. That brings us to Astreus.
Okay, so I had this great plan that mechanically is probably superior to what I'm going to do, but lore and story-wise, I'm sorry. I'm bringing his I'm casting Spirit Guardians.
Sure.
And I'm summoning the Dragonlords that were his contemporaries to come and deal with this piece of garbage. Where is the templates? There's the templates. And yeah. So we are now surrounded by the Dragonlords of old. All of my companions and our NPCs shall be free of harassment from them.
Okay.
For all the specters and
his eyes go wide with almost childish delight, like you've thrown a surprise birthday party for him. And he says, "Oh, my old friends! It's been so long. I've been so lonely. What are you doing mixed up with this guy? Xander. You know. Wait. And he kind of stares. You do have an image of Xander there, right?
Yeah, Xander's one.
Okay. He just goes stare at Xander and he says, "I thought Xander was still kicking it somewhere." And he turns to look at you and he says, "Don't worry. I made Xander into something great."
I'm at that point just going to nod my head with that very conspicuous, I'm wearing Xander's friggin' crown. Because I never take that crown of the Dragonlord off.
Before, he just lived in your shadow, learning how to be a weakling. But thanks to my death, he was baptized in your blood, and then the blood of any who stood against us. You and me, Astreus, we made Xander a monster. Phil, it's you.
Yeah, Phil just lets out a screaming rage as a bonus action.
You speak ill of my family. You've made many mistakes today. And I'm going to substitute one of my attacks to grapple him. And try to grab him by the neck.
He will have disadvantage because of the hex.
Astreus has made better bearded friends. I have advantage because Barbarian and Raging.
Okay.
So my 25 beats 24.
Alright. You barely get a hold of this guy. One of the tougher opponents you've tried to grapple. As you do, he lets out a bark of laughter. And he says, "Oh, you're a tough one. You said you had family? Are you talking about that?" And he kind of nods his head towards Kyra.
I'll have your fucking tongue. And I'm gonna push him back 10 feet. Kind of drag him away from
He kind of does the bad guy being choked out like Gurk, right? And he's like, "Hey, it's nothing personal. She loved every fucking minute of it, kid."
Yeah, I'm gonna try and put him right there beneath me.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna make an attack with my axe.
Alright.
And crit him.
Alright. Let's see what happens.
We say cut out tongue. Please, crit card, please.
Oh god,
He's like
that
a
would be
ghost,
so
huh?
amazing.
Ghost tub.
All right, let's see. Slashy damage, confirming slashy damage.
Yep.
Okay, he's got to make a wisdom saving throw. All right.
Wisdom for slashing. That's interesting.
Oh, he does not, because he is immune to the frightened condition. Okay. Otherwise, he would have been frightened of human beings or humanoids until he killed a certain number of them. Talus can tell you more.
Well,
All right.
he should be frightened, and that's my turn.
Okay. As you end your turn, he is grappled by you. But he says, I really wanted to deal with Astraeus, but he can wait. And he is going to try and hit you with his hammer, Phil. Also, all of your attacks against this guy are advantaged because he is a reckless fighter. He is always he is always in reckless mode. So, all right, here we go. 19.
That hits.
All right. Give me a strength save.
I'll use my lucky point to re-roll that.
Okay. All right. Soul, you're up.
I think I have advantage on strength checks, not saves.
I believe in a rage it's both. You can double check. You posted it right up above.
I'm gonna tell Soul to go help Bullbug if she can. So she'll fly over and try and burn one of these ghosts.
Sure. Okay. I guess you didn't need it.
Oh, it is. I didn't need to use my lucky point. But I did spend it, so.
All right.
I'd rather make the save much better than just meeting.
What are you burning?
I was trying to help out Bullbug. Anastasia told him.
Okay.
Yeah, this ghost over here.
Okay. Yeah, 16 definitely hits. It is resistant to fire. It takes some damage.
We're done.
Anything else from Soul? Okay. This thing is going to float over to Paratos and try and smash him. 16 for 2.
Alright.
Alright. As that guy's turn ends, using another Paragon action, he's going to bring his hammer down again on Phil. Here we go. And miss. Alright, that brings us to Hypatia.
Am going to take 2 steps into the Spirit Guardians. I realize that one thing is probably going to attack me.
Yes, for sure. Okay. It will reach out. And miss.
Okay. Then I am going to cast Enlarge on Phil.
Alright. And whoop.
And my hand that was squeezing his neck is now just squeezing his face. Pulsating in rage.
Alright, anything else from Hypatia?
Nope.
Okay, so no longer prone, concentrating. Got it. Okay. Davos is going to sail the ship. A consummate professional. As Davos' turn is over, I guess he'll try to hit you again, Phil. Here we go. 27. All right. Give me a new strength save. Okay.
Crap, I was muted. Could I lucky that?
Lucky what? His attack roll?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, he has advantage, so he'll take the best of all 3 rolls.
Well, what Lucky's about to end someone else could go through the 25.
Going once, going twice. If you're lucky, and I'll re-roll it.
Yeah, I'm gonna lucky it.
Okay.
Just don't crit for me, please.
So 21. So it still hits.
Oh, okay. I was trying.
Okay. Top of the round. Kyra will try to switch to the zombie song. And as she does, you hear through Phil's hands chuckling, mocking laughter at Kyra's singing. She falters a bit and looks around embarrassed. Talus, you're up.
Okay. We are going to cast Hunter's Mark on Ghosty McMeanie Pants.
Okay.
And then try using the shotgun on him.
All right. Okay. The 22 is going to hit.
There's the Hunter's Mark damage, so total of
21.
21.
All right. The chakram flies over, slices him, comes back. Anything else from Talus?
And he'll just move back a bit.
Okay.
And Paratos will get up and take the disengage action.
Mm-hmm.
And just fly up and away.
All right. As you do, the specters turn their attention to Soul. All right. As your turn ends, that'll bring us to reset.
Okay. I'm gonna move there. That thing can attack me. And I'm gonna attack the top one first.
All right. Wait, where did you move? Okay, the top one. Got it.
Yep. And then I'll flurry of blows the bottom one. Did the top one die?
Did the top one die from 5 points of damage?
14.
14.
Do you see the second roll?
Oh, okay. I saw 2 rolls. Yeah, so that does kill it. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll flurry of blows the bottom one.
Okay.
And I miss.
Okay. Anything else from reset?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. All right. Let's see. He'll use his last Paragon action for this rotation, and I guess just hit Phil again. It's not too complicated of a guy. Uh, 18.
18 hits.
All right. 19 more damage, and then another strength save. All right. So this specter right here, give me the damage for spiritual guardians. Thank you. All right. Let's see. That is wisdom. There we go. It is destroyed. All right, the specter right here. Let's see. There's really nobody that doesn't want to fly up there. This baby over there. How high up do these spirits go? 15 feet above your head?
I think so, yeah, I think it's
All right. This will fly over to Paratos then.
Yeah, 15 radius.
And avoid the spirits to attack Paratos. There we go. 13 for 4.
13 matches.
All right. If it's enough to take him out, I guess necrotic death for Robit. He just kind of rusts over and just kind of curls up into a little ball, drops to the ground. Clockwork everywhere. It's a whole thing. Anastasia, to you.
Alright, here. I'm gonna try and free Bullbug. I'm gonna throw a couple Eldritch Blasts at the guys holding him. So the first one, miss for the one next to Soul. Oh heck, sorry.
Yeah, so it takes 2 points of damage.
Okay, the second one will be for the same one then.
A 9 does not hit.
Alright. Action will throw some healing. Towards Astraeus.
Nope.
Oh, thank you.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. All right. Nice. Okay. All right. As layer action activates, here we go. Man, that formatting is wild. Whatever. Okay. So, Phil, you are having a great time grappling away. You can feel him disappear from your grasp.
As I do, I'm gonna scream, "Coward!" Even though he's right.
Yeah, fair. All right. Anywhere within 100 feet, huh? That'd be kind of hype. Sure. He teleports above Anastasia and drops on her, WrestleMania style. Okay. Anna, here we go. Oof.
Lucky that.
Yeah, Lucky's
wait.
over. Lucky's over.
It,
Hmm?
Did he at least start his turn in the Spirit Guardians?
We could say yeah, sure. I mean, his layer actually goes at 20. He goes at 20. I mean, it's potato kind of thing. Technically, he has a higher dex than his layer action, so he should have probably been like a 22 initiative. So I don't know. Yeah, he would have taken it. I just made him the same because it seemed easier. Let's see. All right, here we go. He takes half the radiant damage.
Yeah, so 6.
Okay. All right. So Anna, as he teleports out, having full control over the ship, ghost thought construct, all that jazz. Here we go. Okay. First of all, here's the card is maximum damage as he busts your joints. Give me a Constitution saving throw. Failed save. The target has disadvantage on melee attack. I don't think that's going to be an issue. So you make the save. Here is the damage. If the damage was maxed, let's see. 21 plus 21 plus 5. What is the damage here? Hold on. 21 plus 21 plus 2. So that would be 42, 44 points of damage.
All right.
All right. And if you're still up, you need to make a strength saving throw. Okay. Yeah. He hits you and then kind of passes through you and lands with a thud onto the ship. All right. He picks himself back up and looks up at you and sort of nods, impressed.
Spit blood
When
on
he
him.
passed by you, you could have made an opportunity attack if you had a reaction and wanted to use it.
Just punch him in the head. No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm dead.
That brings us to this specter right here. It is going to attack Soul. So here we go. 21.
Alright.
Alright, I should probably pick a space for Esther to be in. Here we go. Okay. Alright. So Soul, you take 5 points of necrotic. You gotta make a Constitution saving throw. This other one's gonna... Is she still there? Or? Yeah, she's still there. Alright. Other one's gonna fly over to you and also attack. Before that can happen, Esther does use his legendary action to do that. Alright, so that brings us to this other specter, floats up and attacks Adorable Fire Chicken, who lives. Alright, as Adorable Fire Chicken's turn ends, Esther is going to use a Paragon action, and he's going to attack Karina, because he's a super bad guy. He doesn't care about NPC protection policy. 24 is going to hit. That'll do it. She only has 16 health, so
I'm gonna start a Revivify countdown with a token on my character.
okay. Kyra cries out in like just horror that he would stab a fucking teenager who is just there to try to support everybody.
Wait, would she get to use Zombie Song?
Yeah, I guess technically she would. She has to make a Constitution saving throw of 23. Yeah, I mean, we could keep going if you want, but... Okay. Alright, so, yeah, that whole thing happened. And he looks down at Karina, and he looks at her and he says, I'm sorry. Was that your friend? Because I find that impossible. Because, honestly, Kiki, who would ever be your fucking friend? No one could ever stand to be around a scrawny, spineless worm like you. Now your sister, on the other hand, that was a creature with some potential. And he lets out a bark of laughter. All right, Astraeus, you're up.
Stress is going into silent rage.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's seething. It's seething.
I forgot I was muted. I stride forward.
Okay.
And I activate my Twilight Sanctuary while simultaneously, as a bonus action, casting Spiritual Weapon, and basically just yelling out that we're her friends, and Mitros can condemn you to hell. Oh,
Okay. He lazily deflects the attack as it comes in, and despite being immune to exhaustion, he yawns dramatically as he does it.
Oh, well, you know. It's all right. Actually, I'm going to make sure that the spiritual is there. And then I will give myself my temporary points again.
All right. He looks at you, Talus, and he says, yeah, man made of wood. They'll just let anybody be a fucking Dragonlord, won't they? And he turns his back on you, and he starts to walk away. Because Paragon actions could be used for moves or actions, which is really cool.
Grapple and tell us.
I mean, you could also hit him, right?
Yeah. Talus, are you muted?
No, I'm here. Just do I get a chance to make a attack of opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to spend your reaction on that, if you feel like that's a good use of your reaction, go for it.
Now second guessing.
What? Don't second guess yourself. Believe in yourself.
We gotta destroy this guy before he finishes that orb.
I need that reaction for that orb.
Attack the guy, please.
He literally just turned his back on you.
Fine.
All right, go once, go twice.
I'll attack.
Okay, I eagerly wait to see it. Oh, 22 hits. You can't sharpshooter a melee attack though.
Okay, sorry.
But sure, I'll add some damage to him.
You just take away the 10.
Okay. Yeah, he'll keep walking past Kyra. Kyra does not carry normally a weapon except for her dick stabbing dagger. So she's gonna try to stab him in the dick.
Oh, but he's 100 mark, so he doesn't get that.
Oh, damn. Advantage, because he's always reckless. So yeah, she stabs him with his ghost stick. That gives him pause. He looks down at the knife sticking out of his dick, and he looks at her. And very gingerly, he takes his blade, and he kind of parry lifts the dagger. There is a horrible squelching sound, and you see a grim smile on her face. He smiles back at her, and in that moment, there is this horrible moment where their smiles kind of match in a very eerie way. And he says, "Can you believe when I was talking to Rade, he thought I was talking about mercy. You've done a really good job. A really good job, Kiki. Man, I've got to find myself a bunch of fucking idiots like this." And he keeps walking. All right. Phil, to you. As that your turn is coming up, Kyra looks over at Astraeus, stricken.
Hopefully my internet came back right as my turn came up. I rush over, terribly angry. I'm gonna bonus action grapple him again by the throat, and I'm gonna say I can do this all fucking day.
Okay. He can't beat that. Well, I guess he could get a 31. No, he's got disadvantage. That's impossible. We'll roll it anyways.
I was gonna say we saw it happen yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You pick him up. He does not stop laughing, and he says, "It's like I'm fighting myself."
I'm gonna free action spit in his face, and I'm going to pull him back into the Spirit Guardian. Sorry, Reset.
to the space right in front of me.
He just keeps laughing.
Then with the ex-Xander, 2 attacks. I believe the second one hits.
Yep, second one hits. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Thank you. All right. So you move him into the spiritual guardians, and that'll be that. Anything else?
Yep, that's all.
Okay. All right. As the turn ends, he'll start burning through those Paragon actions. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Here we go. He is going to, I guess, try and stab you this time, Phil. 25? Oh, you weren't reckless, right? You're not being reckless.
No,
okay.
I'm not.
So 10 does not hit. No, wait. He's being reckless, so he would still hit. Yeah. So 25 hits. There. Okay. Damage. And then you'll need to do a Constitution save. All right. Soul, are you still with us?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. What are you gonna do?
Disengage and get the heck out of there.
Okay.
We really wanted to help Bullbug, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be very useful. So we'll fly up 60 feet, disengage, and that'll be our turn.
Okay. All right. So you fly into like the heart of the thing. Or you're 60 feet up. Sweet. Okay. Let's see. Dish Spooky Ghost is gonna fly to here, and then I guess it'll dash action to here. Yeah, that'll work. As it does, he will use another Paragon action and stab Phil again. Slash stab, whatevs. And that misses. All right. That brings us to Hypatia.
Okay. I'm gonna try and dispel magic on this orb.
Okay. What level are you casting at? Third, I'm assuming? Because fifth level.
That's all I
okay.
got. Yeah, third is all I got.
Give me a caster check.
Okay, that is just straight intelligence, right?
Hold on. Reroll it.
Okay.
Advantage on the check.
Okay. Oh, god damn it.
Okay. Whatever magic is being powered up here is beyond your ability to dispel.
Okay.
Or at least with that check.
Okay. That's all I got.
All right.
I'm actually maybe gonna move like away a little bit. Let's move like over here. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Here we go. He's gonna go ahead and hit Phil again. 23.
Hits.
All right, strength save.
Seed.
All right, and damage. That takes us to Davos, who has just steered the ship. I guess after Davos's turn of just steering the ship, he will hit you with his hammer again, and that'll be the last of his paragons for this cycle. 21.
Hits.
18 bludgeoning, and another strength save. All right. To Kyra's turn. Kyra continues to look over at Strayus and then look at all of you guys. As she is, that mocking laughter echoes out from Esther, and he says, "You might as well tell him. I'm gonna tell him if you don't tell him. Tell him. Tell him how you always suspected the
worst, but you always wanted to see the best. Tell him how, if anybody could have stopped me, it would have been you. Tell him how you just lived with what happened afterwards, because it was for the greater good. You gotta use real simple words, because I don't think Death has been too kind to his brain. She is going to look around, horror-stricken, and as she looks at all of you, she turns her face away if she actually makes any eye contact with you guys.
I want to, like, if I can use a reaction.
Sure. I mean, this is a dramatic fight, guys. So anytime you want to jump in with some dramatic shit, please do so.
Someone else is going, though. I heard someone else trying to check.
Oh, okay.
Don't listen to him, Kyra. I'm sure, whatever the circumstances were, you did the best that you could have done. What's done is in the past.
And you're doing right now, and that's all that matters.
I
His
message
words
for a
mean nothing
hug.
to us.
Oh, dang.
Aw.
Hashtag hug. With a hashtag hug from the nerd, she takes a deep breath and begins singing the Lucky Song. Her voice pitching and faltering worse than normal. All right, Talus, to you.
Well, we're going to give this a shot. We are going to issue the command to grovel.
Okay.
His speed is 0. He can't, can he?
I think groveling is to make it so he can't use his voice for anything else.
Makes him fall prone.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, he won't be able to fall prone because his speed is 0, so Phil would actually have to let him go. But I'll make the save. Here we go. He fails. He is gonna grovel, I guess.
Wouldn't he still be able to go prone, just not stand up?
I mean, we already have advantage on the
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no, because that's not how this shit works. So, all right.
Command has no effect on undead, also.
Oh, shit.
So.
Yeah. But it's all good. Reset. Well, unless Talus, you have anything else to do.
Command has no effect on undead, so yeah, I got nothing else I can do.
Okay. He kind of calls out to you, and he says, "Hey, I've dreamed about you, wooden man. You and I, our destinies are woven together by fate. Strike a deal with me and I'll spare everyone here. I think you have just a few seconds to think it over." Reset to you.
Alright. I'm going to leap across Karina's body towards the pillar and kind of put my legs on the pillar sideways. And I'm going to quickly say, Kara, whatever mistakes you've made in the past, today we're going to right them. And I'm going to leap off the pillar like sideways and kind of lunge at him with the dagger twice.
Okay.
Was that cinematic?
That's pretty cinematic, yeah.
So that would be 22 and then 25.
Okay. Both of those are going to hit.
And then I am going to have them both be stunning strikes. Or the first one first.
Sure. All right. Let's see. 8 and 6. There we go. All right. He does not make a save. He is immune, among many things, to stun, paralyze, petrify, etc., etc.
Okay. Then
yep.
then I won't stun the second one.
Yeah, so you'll know right away that it didn't work. So
yeah, I'll spend 1 more point for Flurry of Blows.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Let's see the
21 and 18.
Okay, the 21 hits. All right.
And then I'm just going to stand protectively over Karina's body.
Okay. Let's see. This Spectre needs to make a save against all that stuff. Oh, no. Sorry, it flew above the stuff to take out Peritos. Right. Okay. In that case, staying above the stuff, it will fly over here, and then settle down on the other side of Phil, and it will try to mark him for death. Here we go. This is a +2 from flank. 13 does not hit. All right, Anastasia, to you.
Okay. Super hurt. I'm super hurt. I'm gonna fly up a little more. Oh, no, very important. Last time when he teleported, did he like Davy Jones out of the mast behind me, or did he just like poof above me?
He just poofed, yeah, wherever he needed to be, kind of deal.
Making sure. All right, so yeah,
I mean, the ghost that lives of the mast is watching the fight with interest.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next thing, just to ask her for help. But first, I'm gonna fly up, and I'm gonna do Healing Light on Phil. So, 2, 3, and then I will heal myself a little bit, which will be max healing since Soul's still alive. Yeah, I'll just do it regular, so I'll get 12 back. And then I will just ask Dianthus, we may need your help to remove this light from you.
She just sort of looks at you, like confused. She says, I am the ship. Esther's the ship. The only filth that needs to be removed is your lives.
Alright, that's my turn then.
Alright. As his turn comes around, you hear that legendary action point bloop back in. Everything resets. Can't use the same layer action twice, so he is just going to summon even more specters. Alright. Okay. Let's see. I guess I gotta roll those in. I feel like I totally forgot to roll the other ones in. That's why they've just been hanging out this whole time. I'm gonna say that the ones that would have had turns in your thing would have gotten blasted. So we'll get rid of those. Alright. Okay. I don't know why I'm rolling for them, because they're probably just gonna get blowed up. So. Alright. Still laughing. He calls out to you again, Talus, and he says, "This is the last chance, lost one. I know the way home. I've dreamed of it often. We can go there together after we vanquish the Titans."
The only reason our destinies are tied together is because I represent everything you did wrong.
Okay. He just kind of like looks sad at you, and he says, Rade, I just can't do it. I try so hard to give peace a chance. And he is going to take his weapon and slash it across Phil.
After making a wisdom save.
Oh, right. Sorry. Okay.
I did 4 massive damage. That could be the difference maker here.
Oh, jeez.
I did 2 massive damage. That can make the difference here. He's down, right? Did it?
He's down 2 hit points. All right, Phil.
Edits.
Okay. 20 points of slashing damage. Constitution save. Okay. As his turn ends, I'm going to reorder initiative. And I will ask you guys, we're about to take a break for like a whole month. Alright, let's see. I guess Ghost will spook on over here to Phil. Try to hit him. +2 from a flank. Doesn't have advantage though. So 3 points of necrotic damage, Phil. And Constitution save.
I'm gonna re-roll the 23.
Oh, okay. I'll just roll a fresh one. Here we go. That is a miss. Okay. So your reroll is gone. Alright. As that creature's turn ends, he will use his 1 legendary action point per turn to activate this, which then immediately performs the Hellfire Orb. The flickering flames that have been following him around like an obedient flying dog begin to drift away from him and right into the middle of your group. All right, let's see. There we go. All right. They then explode outwards in a burst of, I don't know, bluish flames.